What's up, Lexus? Good to see you here. I'm good, you know, Saturday, sunny outside, nothing I can complain about. What about you? I have spent an hour putting stupid fucking castles on the editor and taking screenshots to edit karaoke stream. I've actually thought about doing a stream playing guitar because I used to do that during Corona. I miss doing that, it was fun. Never been roasted as much as I did when I was doing that. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, no. All right. So, I am not gonna be putting. I'm just gonna sing the AoE soundtrack on repeat. How's the audio, by the way? Because I tested the microphone before and it sounded a bit meh, so I don't know how it's sounding. I also gotta turn on the fan because it's fucking boiling in here. If the sound is too annoying of the fan, let me know and I'll turn it off. I'll just melt. I have a lot of shit open, that's why. Yeah, look. Okay, let's start this shit. So, not all castles are here. I didn't take from the new civs because I don't have access to the models yet. So I couldn't find them anywhere. Like at least in a decent picture so I can look at the details. So I'm just gonna leave them out for now. Maybe I'll save the video to post when the DLC comes out so I can just add the last ones. And then they come out as a surprise. I also didn't put any of the Chronicle castles because, you know, that's not Age of Empires, that's Chronicles. Although they look very pretty. Oh, it's a man fighting a tiger. But yeah. How's the Athenians? That doesn't look like a castle. Spartans. Wait, do they have the same castle? How about now? Oh, no, wait, that's a bit too loud. Just need to lower the gain here. Hey, Akos, how are you doing? Nope. Can't skip. Yeah, I think Spartans and Athenians are the same castle. All right. So we start with the Armenians. And I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Armenian castle. Yeah, I just moved a little bit closer to my face. I'm not a big fan of the Armenian castle. I mean, it does fit as a castle. It has the round towers and shit. But it feels very bland. I really like that it's built on top of a rock to kind of like show that it's in the Caucasus. Like, you know, because they built their castles on mountains. But it feels very empty. Like there's not that much decoration on it. There's like some barrows and stuff. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I think. Wait, where's the Armenians? It's out of order. God damn it. I think the Armenians are gonna be B tier. They get a little bit higher than what they would get normally, but because they are a fortification, you can see it's a fortification. But they don't get anything special. It's not a pretty castle in any way. So B tier for them. The next one is the Aztecs. I don't know, man. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up putting all the classic castles very high on the list. I don't know, put some flags on a castle as decoration. But the original castles, they're all gonna be ranked very high. There is a nostalgia factor for me. Like, I remember playing 20 years ago the game, and every time I would see the Aztec castle, it would just terrify me. Because this is a solid block of rock. You cannot beat this with just swords and arrows. You need proper siege. This feels sturdy. Granted, it's just a pyramid. There is no fortification, so it's not like it is an actual castle. But it feels strong. And it's pretty, I mean. It's very well detailed. With all the little faces. That's an ugly face, but it's still faces and the crocodiles and shit. I'm gonna put them in A. A for Aztecs. Okay. Next one is the Bengalis. I don't like this. I don't like this castle at all. It doesn't feel like a castle. It feels like a university, like a very vertical university, or I don't know, a palace. It doesn't really have any shown, any defenses shown. Yeah, I agree. The Aztec castle is not really a castle. It's not really a castle. It's a pyramid. But I cannot put them lower for the fact that it's pretty. And it fits with the idea of the Aztecs. Yeah, and heads used to roll down the pyramids, down the stairs. It's a good point. But the Bengalis, I don't like. I don't like their. I don't. It doesn't feel like a castle. Exactly. It looks like a palace for living, not for battle. I don't know. Where do you even shoot arrows from this? There's no arrow slits. There's no hoardings. There's none of the safety precautions. Yeah, Bengali is definitely D. Might be even F. Because I added another one for F for fucking ugly. And I think Bengali is F. It's not a good castle. It's not. It's poopy. Next one is Berbers, and it's the first new castle, it's the first new model. I really like this one. I think it looks quite cool. It looks very sturdy, and it actually has all the defensive stuff to protect. There's like the places here, the little pipes to throw boiling oil on your enemies, and arrows, the places to shoot arrows. Although it's not like very. It's not as good as some of the other castles, but still it has a tower, and it's pretty. Like this entrance here, I think they nailed it. They nailed this entrance. It really feels very Muslim, like the architecture they had. I think this one turned out quite pretty. Has a lot of details everywhere. I know back in the day they used to do it in sprites, so they would draw everything by hand, and then they would animate a destruction on top. I don't know if they still do the same, because now there is a 3D animation of the castle crumbling. So I'm guessing this is 3D modeled and made it in a way that it looks the same style as it was before. Maybe on Blender they do this. But the way they add the decorations and the little details on it fits really well with the whole style of it. Change the color to orange. Yeah, orange looks even cooler. Yeah, this looks really nice. Berber is like the combination of all the Berber influences. Yeah, exactly. They really went all in on the details for this, and I think it shows really well. I like the neglect on the wall, spent money on slaves and wine instead of repairs. They thought of everything. I don't know if it's S tier, because it's a square. I don't know. But I might actually just put them on S tier. Wait, where is the Berber castle? Here. Yeah, if anything is gonna be low on the S tier. But I for now at least I think it fits. Okay. Bohemians. This is S tier for me. Like, 100%. This castle is fucking beautiful. The shape of it is different, is very unique, is different from anything else that we have in the game. The wooden details on the wooden top floor fits really well with the architecture of it. And it really feels like a castle. It has arrow slits, it has the this thing here with the for people to hide. I don't know what's the name of it. And these towers, the style of the roof is also, it feels very medieval, which is probably the reason why I like this game so much, is the medieval part, European medieval part. That's why I don't care that much about Asian and African and American civilizations. Yeah, the Bohemian Castle, in my opinion, is the most beautiful one in the whole game. This like they fit perfectly with the civilization, and as a castle. Where's my beautiful here? Bohemian. Yeah, I don't think any other castle is gonna take the cake from this one. It looks similar to the Targovist castle, or whatever that Dracula castle is called. I don't think I've seen them. Wait, Targovist? Yeah, I can see. I mean, this is a drawing. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I can see. I can see if they actually took inspiration from this. And the snow doesn't pile up on these roof slopes. Yeah, but that's the reason why they did it so steep. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really cool. There's a unique castle for the Dracula campaign. Yeah, I think I know which one it is. Oop, no, this one. Yeah. Yeah, no, but this is a beautiful castle. The next one is the Britons. This is, a traditional castle, the OG castle. And again, it's a simple castle, but I don't think I can put it any lower than S tier. It is just too classic for it. It's how I pictured a castle, an European castle would be when I was a kid. Now I know that it doesn't look, no castles look at all like this. But when I was a kid, this felt like what a castle should look like. Also the drawbridge and everything, the details, even for something that was created 25 years ago, it's well done. I always wonder what the hole on the top is. It's just a roof protecting. It might be a sunroof for the inside of the castle. I think this is taken from an actual castle where it was bigger, but they added as a detail, but it makes no sense to add it here unless it's like midday and the sun is beating right on top of it to actually light up the middle. It would be cool to actually see how these look inside if they actually made something like this. The Britons, I think I'm gonna put on B, on A tier. There's nothing special on it, but it's still nostalgic and looks like a castle. I can't find it. Okay, here. And I think it's higher than the Aztecs, because it is an actual castle. Okay. Next one. Bulgarian. Now, this is a sturdy looking castle. This really feels like it would take a while to destroy, to bring it down. Yeah. These walls are thick. And it has towers everywhere and arrow slits and all the other stuff. There's no drawbridge for the moat, but we can let that one slide. It's not very unique. There's nothing really standing out from the rest. It just feels like a proper fortress. The tower here, the octagonal tower looks cool, but it's not very well made because you only have one small window per side. But it's a pretty one. It's another one of the new ones that they added. It's not as detailed as the Berber. I mean, when it comes to attention and into the civilization, but it looks cool. And it looks like an actual castle. Yeah, it does have a very fortress vibe. It gets a lot of points for being reinforced, but I don't think I can place it very high. Where is it here? It's so small, these pictures. Okay, found it. I think it's higher than the Armenians. I think it's gonna be B tier. Okay. The next one, oh, it's the prolapsed anus. I kind of like it, but there is some flaws with the castle in my opinion. Like, these towers here don't make a lot of sense, and why they would be just like protruding outside of the walls. And why is there toilet paper hanging from the side of the castle? Whose idea was it to put toilet paper on the outside? I mean, I get it, it's the Burgundians, and they are full of shit. But I feel like it's a bit too on the nose to put toilet paper on the outside of the castle. It's pretty. It's a very tall castle. And I like how it it bends over on the sides for stability. But I don't. It's B tier, either lower A tier or B tier. I like the roofs also for the protecting against the snow and stuff. The shingles. Apparently the name of these are shingles. So Burgundian. It might be A tier. It kind of fits with the civilization and the region. Yeah, I'm gonna put an 8 here. If the Costilier wouldn't be able to exit the door. Exactly. No, but I feel like that's an issue with every single castle. They're all too small for the size of the units. There is a YouTuber that made a mod where he puts the castles on the real size and compared to a Teutonic Knight. I don't remember who it was, but it's quite cool. And some of the castles would be fucking massive if you made them the correct size. Burmese is the next. It's another new one. I really like this one. It's not the most strong looking one, but the dome that they put here is very similar to the ones they have on the temples in Burma. And the fact that they made it like pure stone kind of looks stronger than if it was just gold, how the domes are in real life. This is an actual tower. Now that we're talking about like stupid windows on towers, this is how you do a watchtower, with big entrances and a little rail outside so it's protected. Although there is a mistake here that the wall on the far side is too close to the pillar, so there's no one can pass by on this side. But that's like a small perspective mistake that they created. I just like the implication that there are 4 entrances. Yeah, that's another problem. You can't see what's on the other side. I like this as well, the little outside part made of wood. Wood details on castles look very cool. Wait, which civilization is the one that changes the stone cost for wood? It's the Bulgarians, isn't it? So why is there no wood on their castle? I might have to place them lower because of this. It doesn't feel right. And I like that there's the Burmese logo on it. But not being a bit all over the place. Slavs. Okay. When we get to Slavs, I'll complain about that. But he has lions. It's pretty detailed, this castle. And it's quite loyal to the architecture they have in Myanmar or Burma or whatever it's called these days. I like this one. I think it's a very pretty castle. Where is it? Oh my god, I can't find it again. Okay. I think it's above the Burgundians. I like this one better than the Burgundian castle. Yeah. No, wait, above. Yeah. A is pretty populated with the first ones. Bulgarians had cripples and castle. Yeah, that's right. Byzantines. Okay. It's S tier. Byzantine castle for me is S tier, and not because it's pretty or because it looks unique or cooler than the other castles. It's just because they nailed the art style for it. I don't think this can be mistaken by any other civilization. Anyone that looks at this castle can see that it's a Byzantine castle. I don't know what is it. C. No. Berber castle is S tier. Right here. No, but the Byzantine, I feel like this is S tier. They nailed the art. There's something about it that the moment I saw it first, I knew it was a Byzantine castle, and I think that's the main thing that they should go for when creating a model like this is the visual. How can I word this? Not visual fidelity. It's the recognition. Visual recognition. How you will see as at first glance who it belongs to, and this very clearly belongs to the Byzantines without even looking at like the legionnaire shield or the cataphract or the Orthodox logo on it. I don't know. This for me is like on point. This is the one true Byzantine castle. Hello, George, and hello, Whale Remouche. Welcome. Wait, where's the Byzantines here? Yeah, see, even in the small pictures here, I could recognize which one was the Byzantine. Which one is the Byzantine castle without having to glue my face to the screen. S tier, very deserved S tier for this, and it's still below the Bohemians because I don't think any castle can beat the Bohemian castle. Byzantine castle looks like Theodosian wall. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember how it looks, but I believe you, and I believe that they actually went in for something like this. The moment I get to the Byzantines, George appears. Those white stone blocks are a giveaway on roof tiles, of course. Yeah, of course. And I don't know, maybe it's these stripes here with the tiles that gives it away so well. I don't know, but it's cool. I really like this one. And Celts. This one is a beauty. Blue? No. Red. What color would fit better? Oh, green. This reminds me a lot of the Edinburgh Castle. It doesn't even look that much like it, but these little roofs and small towers and the roof. I don't know. This is a beautiful castle. It's so good. It's so well done. I don't even know how to explain how pretty this is in words, but it's marvelous. They really nailed this one. It's another one that I feel like when you look at it, you know it's the Celts. Like a fortified manor. Yeah, exactly. This really feels like it would fit on top of a cliff in a like cloudy Scottish night. Love how they went more Scottish than old Celts. Yeah, no, but it makes sense because the Celts were much broader than just the Scots and the Irish that they tried to portray in the game. And I was doing the research for the ranking of the warmongers, and the Celts are only based on the Scottish and the Irish. So I don't know if Celts were the best name for them to put on the civilization, but the castle fits better with the new ones. Too good for those half-naked painted caveman units. The height-width ratio seems a bit off, but it does look amazing. Yeah, it's a very tall castle. It's a very tall castle, but I have no complaints on this. I think they did as much as they could with how much space there is for each castle, and I think it fits really well with the civilization. Maybe it doesn't fit with the civilization, but it fits with who the Celts are and how their castles look. Wait, let me just see one thing. I don't remember what their wonder is. I'm just gonna place it on the corner. Yeah, it does. It kind of follows the same style as the wonder, with the bricks and the roof and the towers and everything. But in my opinion, it looks a million times better than the wonder. Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is S tier. and this is above the Celts. Where is the? It's above the Byzantines. God damn it! Where is it? I can't find it. Ah, here. It's on par with the Bohemians, in my opinion. These two are the prettiest so far. Okay, enough drooling all over the Celt castle. The next is the Chinese, the new one. I mean, it looks quite small. It looks a lot smaller than other castles. It's like the entrance. Okay, the entrance is the size of the cursor. Yeah, it's kind of like half the size. Kind of like shrunk compared to the others. It's a bit off. It's a bit odd looking when you think about how small it is. I think they shrunk it down. Tiananmen Square Castle. It looks like they shrunk it down to make space for everything they wanted to put for the castle. And it's a nice looking one, and it does look very Chinese with the roofs and everything. And I'm guessing there's also some like concentration camp inside to make it even more realistic. But I don't know, there's nothing really that special about this castle. It feels very Chinese, but very generic as well. Also because I've seen how the other new Chinese castles look, and they don't West China vibe, where it has dry and steppe. Yeah, it's just it's pretty, but there's nothing special about it. I don't think they made it very unique for the Chinese. I don't know. There's nothing much, not a lot to say about this. I mean, it's prettier than the Armenian castle. Okay, I'm gonna put Armenian as C. I don't think it fits on the same category as Bulgarian and Chinese. Might also drop the Burgundians to B. Yeah, I think the Bulgarian is prettier. Yeah, a little reorganizing on this to make it more fair. Okay, next one is Cumans. Why are they giving something like this to a nomadic civilization? I have a big problem with this, because they were nomads. Yeah, maybe they have some structures built somewhere, but do you really think they built walls like this to make a fortification on top? And I might be wrong with what I'm saying, but it doesn't feel like it would be the case. But I have a big problem with most nomadic civilizations having to use existing architecture sets, because I don't think the Mongols built houses the same way as the Japanese, and I don't think the Cumans built houses like they built in Uzbekistan. I am a big fan of the wooden structures on top. It kind of adds a little bit to the feeling that it's more. How can I say? There's a word for this in Portuguese, but it doesn't exist in any other languages. Gambiarra is when you MacGyver shit. Yeah, so it feels like they're just taking someone else's fortifications and MacGyvering stuff on top. So for that, I do give it a bit more credit. Nomads built forts too, especially big confederacies like Cumans. Do you have like a name that I can search on Google? Because I would like to see something just to have as a comparison, because in my head nomads don't build shit. They live in tents and they eat dirt and rocks. It's incredibly ignorant of me to say something like this, but it's the image that the word nomad puts in my head. They stole it. Yeah, if that's the case, if this is a stolen castle, it's awesome, because they just built some like wooden stuff on top. That works really well for me. I think if they made it a bit more similar to the Cuman Wonder, it would have been cooler. Wait, yeah, it could have been like this. Instead of being so destroyed, make it a bit, more reinforced, kind of like wood walls coming from here and here, so it's actually closed, and a little palisade gate or an entrance. and reinforce these towers. If they made something like this instead of, you know, look like it, they built something from the ground, I think it would have fit a little bit better. But I really like it. I like the style of it with the wooden towers on top. Maybe could have used some old foundations. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's not a pretty. It's not an ugly. It's not an ugly castle. But I think because of this, I have to put them in C tier, and it hurts to do this because I actually like how it looks. Okay, what is next on the list? Dravidians. This one looks a lot like the, I think it's the Saracen. Yeah, it's the Saracen. It's the Saracen from Timo. The Saracen castle from Timo. Eh, it's okay. I don't think it's as pretty as the Saracen one. I think they could have done some maintenance on it. But I also don't think there's anything special on it. I don't think I can put this very high. I think C tier. Yeah. C tier above, no, below the Armenians. Because at least the Armenians have a unique shape. Ethiopians. The asymmetry is not helping it. Yeah, it's not, it's... Yeah, they could have done it a little bit better. The towers here, it fits, but it feels like it's been abandoned. If they done this for the Cumans, like it looks so abandoned that they fixed some stuff, I think it would have been cooler. Anyways, Ethiopians. I don't know if this is realistic to how the Ethiopians build stuff, but it fits their architecture. Let's see the wonder. I know, but it's just the church. I think it... Actually, I'm gonna do one thing that I think will help. I'm gonna put the wonder next to it so we can compare. I like that the shield is right here. There's no mistaking when you see the shield of it. Reminds me of the Teutons. I don't see that. It fits. It's a castle that fits with the idea of the Ethiopians and their architecture, but I also don't think there's anything too crazy about it. I think this is C tier. You can see that it's theirs, but there's nothing special about it. Maybe I'm very critical of these, but I don't see it being very far up. It's better than the Dravidians, and I think it's better than the Armenians as well. Franks. I don't like the new Frank castle. It has the same issue for me that as the Chinese. It's too generic. There isn't anything too unique for the Franks on it. Oh, yeah, I can actually put a little village next to it. Let's see. No. Where's house? I put a little market next to the church. Then house. Tower. I'm gonna put towers also because the towers are a good show of the and the monastery. Should I put some roads? Hold on. I'm also gonna put one castle here outside because it feels very polluted. What? Okay. Make the civilization imperial age, yeah. If I change the age, it changes the castle back to the original, I think. It's here. Oh, hey, to Darson. What is it with everyone? I speak about the Byzantines and George appears, and now I speak of the Franks and to Darson appears. Yeah, no, but I'm not a big fan of it. It fits with the architecture, but I don't think there's anything too special about it. I think that the Franks deserved better, considering how influential they are. It just doesn't feel very, very unique. Maybe someone that understands the history and knows which castle this is based off can like correct me, but it doesn't. It feels a bit generic also. Like they try to amalgam every single detail of the traditional French castle into one. I might be talking out of my ass. I'm just not a big fan of it. I think the Frank castle is gonna be low B tier. I think it's better than the Burgundian, but I expected more from a French castle. Okay, what's next? Georgians. This is it really fits with the architecture, but it's a remake version of the Armenian. It's very similar to the Armenian castle. Just a little bit taller and a bit more squared. It's gonna be right next to the Armenian. It looks more of a chateau than a castle. Yeah, actually, that's a good explanation for it. It doesn't look like a proper fortification. Yeah, I think the Georgian castle is a bit prettier than the Armenian, so I'm gonna put it just ahead of the Armenian. But those two have to end up together. They're the same castle. Same, but different. Next is the Goths. That's another one I have a problem with. Why are there crosses on it? I like that this tower looks a bit like the mausoleum, the Wonder. It kind of follows the same style as the Wonder. But the Goths should not have the Central European architecture. They should have Mediterranean if they're gonna have a castle and a Wonder like this. Also, the Goths are based off the Visigoths and the Ostrogoths, and the Visigoths ended up in Spain and the Ostrogoths ruled Italy. That's Mediterranean. That's not Germany. I think they kind of couldn't make up their minds with this. Yeah, they were Christian. Yeah, that's fair. But the Goths are much older than just Christianity and the fact that they were Christians. Before they were pagan. And I feel like that one plays a bigger role for the timeline where they appear in the game than Christianity. At least for the campaigns. I'm mainly talking about the campaigns. Kinda looks like a converted Roman basilica. Yeah, but that's the thing. They have to make up their minds. It's either Mediterranean or Central European. They can't wishy-wash like this on the castle and the Wonder. The Wonder could pass as a Central European because it's just a different building than the rest. But the castle does not fit with the architecture. Yeah. I don't know. Occupied Greek, Italian, and Iberian. Yeah, it should be. They should be Mediterranean. I don't know, man. And it has it has the look of fortifications, but the top looking like a church and this looking like the Wonder kind of also feels a bit all over the place. The model itself is quite pretty. It has enough details and it looks well done, but I don't like the direction they went with it, so I think I'm gonna have to put them in D tier. At least for now they are in D tier. I don't think they're F tier. I think F tier is just for the absolute garbage like Bengali. Bengali is trash. And don't worry, there are other castles that I feel like are as bad as Bengali. Next one up is Gurjaras. That's another one that's not special. I think like none of the Indian castles are pretty. It fits the architecture. Jesus, that's a weird wonder. It's very trippy, the roof. I've never seen the Gurjara wonder before. It fits the architecture. But it has nice details as well. It looks like a little ghost here, like ooh. But it doesn't look like a castle. It looks like a sturdy palace. I don't like the Indian castles. I don't know how to explain. Yeah, I think this is F tier. Bengalis and Gurjaras are F tier. Okay. Now Hindustanis, another Indian. This one is good. This is a very good castle. It looks like a castle, and it has a unique shape and direction. I don't know. It doesn't really fit that well as the other castles with the architecture, but it looks like a castle. This looks more like a castle than most castles in the game. I really like when the angle is not the front angle of the castle is not either to the side to each side, but a bit more tilted. I think this is an A tier castle. I really like this one. Yeah, I think this is A tier. Yeah, I think this is above the new Burmese castle. It might actually it's better than the Britain and the Aztec. This is the Hindustani is a good castle. Okay, next one, Huns. Oh, that's another one I have a problem with, but it's not as bad as the Cuman, because it really looks like they just like took something that was destroyed and built stuff on top. And the thatch roof and the palisade walls and everything inside, it really looks like they just built on top of ruins. This is a really good castle. This works really well. This works really well. And it kind of fits with the idea for their wonder, which is just the Ark of Constantine destroyed, and this is something rebuilt for them. I don't think they should have the German architecture, but for now at least this is a great step for them. Oh, cool! They have the shrine instead of a monastery. I didn't know this. That's cool. Yeah, now they just need to give them a proper architecture, like tents and shit. Kind of like what the Mongols have in Age of Empires 4. I think that would work really well for it. I really like this. This is an S tier. This is proper S tier. And it's better than the Byzantine and the Berbers. Now the Inca. Oh, I feel so bad for it because it's so bad. This is so bad. It's just a house on a mountain. Like this is not a castle. I see where they were going with this, but this is not a castle. And again, I don't think the Incas should have the Mesoamerican architecture because they didn't have the same architecture. Inca castle looks like a fat kid. Yeah. It's like the one that it's harmless to everyone. It's like a Minecraft cave house. This is not good. I feel bad for the Incas. They have the worst campaign. Now they have one of the worst castles. Come on. They could have at least gotten creative with this one. I like that there's like some llamas here made in blue. Yeah, it's very similar to the Wonder. Actually, I honestly feel like this would work better as a castle than the actual castle. I mean, they're both. It's the same. It's the same thing. This is not a castle. Ah, this is. It's F tier, but it's a bit better than the other two. Inca castle got bullied in school. Now the Italians. The Italians is the classic. This looks, feels, smells, tastes like a castle. It's good. It's a good one. The towers look like castle towers. The main one here looks as well. The entrance, like, also, it looks well fortified. This is the same as any of the original castles. It fits. It fits the architecture. It fits the wonder. There's no complaints on this one. Very good. Very, very good castle. This is better than the Britons. It might be, I think it's actually better than the Hindustanis. Come on. Yeah, this is, Italian is the top of, oh, in the top of 8 here. Okay. Japanese. That's another. The Japanese castle is another S tier for me. It's very loyal to the model they used it for the game, and it works really well. It doesn't look like a medieval castle like we're used to, but it looks very much like a Japanese castle. It has always been the Japanese castle. The Chinese and the Mongols had it before, but this is without a doubt a Japanese castle. And like the architecture, I feel like the whole far east architecture is based off the castle because it works so well. Where's Japanese here? The Japanese is better than the Berbers in my opinion, but it's on the same level as the Byzantine. Like there's no mistaking who this belongs to. S tier glorious Japanese, agreed. Next one is Khmer. I don't know what to say about this. Because this is not a castle, this is Angkor Wat, this is a temple. It's really pretty. It has all the details, like those crazy statues that they would put, the elephants. But it's very similar to the Wonder. The Wonder is just a more glorified version of Angkor Wat. It fits really well with the. Oh wow! Is that the new temple? Wait, hold on. It fits really well with the architecture, but it's not a castle. In no way, shape, or form is a castle. I really like this. This looks really pretty. I don't think I've ever seen the Khmer monastery before. Think it's too detailed, looks fuzzy from afar. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, I wouldn't have used something like this as a castle. I'm gonna put them as D tier. It's better than the Goth castle. I feel like it's better than the Goth castle. Nope. Next one is Koreans. It has the same problem as the Chinese for me. Yeah, you can see that it's from the Far East, but there's nothing special about it. You don't even see the emblem of the Koreans in this castle. In the barrow, maybe? No. And they could have used the same color scheme as the Wonder for the roofs, and I think it would have fit a little bit better. But I don't know. It doesn't look anything special. Yeah, it's simple and elegant, but it's generic. It feels very generic. Oh, it's gonna be the same as the Chinese for me. I think it's better than the Chinese one, but it's still gonna be B tier. Okay, and what's the next one? Lithuanian. I like this one. I like that the shape is different than the standard. They actually went for something a bit more dimensional than the usual that they do, always facing one side. The tower here in the back has a weird angle. This one also, and these two towers here being diminishing as they go up. It looks quite cool. And see, if they did this with the Koreans, it would have been a little bit better with the symbol. Yeah, this is a really good castle. It looks really nice. It looks a lot like the Wonder, in the style of the bricks and everything, and the roof. This is a pretty looking castle. The original Twin Towers. Good thing there's nothing flying in this game. I like this one a lot. I like this castle a lot. I don't know what it's based off, but I'm imagining this is based off a real castle in Lithuania. So I think this deserves a high spot. I don't know if it's S tier. Actually, it is. It is. I think this is on the same level as the Berbers when it comes to quality. It's lower than the Berbers, because the Berbers at least has a lot of details that make them look Berber. The Lithuanian kind of lacks a bit, but it's very unique and very cool. Castle is better than the Wonder in my opinion. The thing is, the Wonder is 100% based off something that exists. I don't know about this one. So at least until I get confirmation that which one this is based off, I am still voting for the Wonder to look better. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but there is a YouTube channel called Age of Histories, and this guy is showing for the new castles every single one where they come from, like where they're based off. I saw some of the first two parts, and it's really cool, the stuff that he's doing. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, you should check it out. This is barracks. The Magyars is just barracks. It's the level 2 barracks. It looks exactly like barracks. Wait, let me find it. It has the same style. I don't like the Magyar castle. I mean, it's pretty, but the fact that it looks so much like barracks, kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's the fact that it's all white with some bricks shown, and the towers with the little things here. It's pretty cool. This part I really like. And it looks like the castles in the Dracula campaign, the Poenari Castle and the others. But I don't know. The fact that it looks like barracks, for me, it's not that great. Yeah, it's a nice fortress. But they in my opinion, it was a mistake to make it look so much like the barracks. The two towers and the main building in the back with the walls on the side. It's not even that it looks like the barracks, but you know, the structure of it. It's high, but it's not as high as it could be. I think it's A tier. I think it could be in a few years would be a very classic looking one. So I'm gonna put with the other OGs, because it has a bit more detail than the original ones. Let me just remove the barracks here. I don't think there's any other that look like barracks. Next one is Malay, and this is really cool. I saw this one before. These roofs pointing up. This is so beautiful. I don't know if they built stuff this way back in the day, or when they were building defensive structures, but this is very unique. The roof here is very unique. It doesn't look very fortified. The entrances are the entrances are open for everyone to enter. But you know, they lived in the sea, so it's not like they had to worry too much about foreign invaders just walking in. Yeah, sunny day. I don't know if it doesn't really fit with the architecture. Wait, just a second. I'm gonna cough my ass out outside. Just a second. Ugh, I thought I was gonna die. Roof looking flammable. Yeah, it's very flammable. But hey, it requires you to actually throw something into the roof for it to burn, so it's not that bad. I really like this one. It doesn't look like a castle, but it's quite pretty. I think it falls on the... I think it's A tier for me. It's on the same level as the Burmese one. Screamer had to leave because the castle's ugly. I don't find it ugly. Okay, the next one is the Malians. This is also a classic, and this looks a lot like a castle. It's tall and it's mighty. He has the little bricks here to protect. Has arrow slits. He has the stuff to drop hot oil. So for a castle, it seems strong. And it fits really well with the architecture. It fits really well with the Wanderer as well. It doesn't look that much like the monastery. The monastery is not very good for this. It's really not. Why is it white? They should have kept it on the same mud color. I think it's B tier. It's very generic. Yeah, it's lower B tier. Alright, next one is the Maya. I am not a big fan of this. I see what they were going for. Racist. I see what they were going for with this, keeping it on the same style as the Aztecs, but the Aztec is a lot better. It kind of feels a bit like AI generated. Like they tried to do details on the bricks, but it just came random shapes. This is the Aztec castle from Timo. If it really fits with the yeah, it's steep. Steep stairs. It fits with the architecture and it really fits with the Wonder, the color and everything. But you can see here on the Wonder, the details they put, the faces and everything, they're very distinguishable. You can see what it is. But here, nothing is distinguishable. There's the lines here. Here you can barely see that there's a face, if it is a face. Here, is this a beetle or a shield? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't. This one I don't like. I don't like. I think they should have paid a little bit more attention to the details they added to the sides of the castle. I think this is D tier. It's a crime to do something like this. Yeah, they made the 3D model very detailed and turned it to sprites. Kind of made it muddy. Yeah, but it's not all of them that's like this. The Berber castle, if they follow the same thing, they did really well there. But for some reason here, There's nothing really that special on it. It just feels generic with the details. Next one is the Mongols. This is the same as the Chinese and the Korean. It's better than theirs because of the flags. Oh, and it has the 9 bands also here. Okay, at least they have some more unique decoration to the castle than the others. But again, this is their castle and this is their wonder, the Great Tent. The Great Tent. Couldn't they have made the castle another tent, like a tent with ballistas on top or something like that? Mm, yeah, this is gonna be with the Chinese and the Koreans. That I don't think there's anything too redeemable on this castle. This one looks like Tiananmen Square, but they weren't the ones in Tiananmen Square. Mongols. Where's the Chinese? Yeah, it's better than the Korean and the Chinese ones, but these three has to stay together the same way that the Armenians and the Georgians stay together. It's the same, just looking a bit different, which is kind of a shame. There's more opportunities than just like building something like this. The Persians is the next one. Mongol here is more Kublai Khan than Genghis Khan. Fair. Okay, I'm gonna go back just for this comment. It's more Kublai Khan than Genghis Khan, and if that's the case, it's 100% fair. However, the Mongols we know and love from the game, they are not based on Kublai Khan. Everything we know about the Mongols in the game is about Genghis Khan. Yes, Kublai Khan may appear in a scenario or in a campaign or whatever, but you don't think about the Mongols and think about Kublai Khan. You think about Genghis Khan. That's why I don't think they should have given a castle based off on his period of the Mongols. It should have been on Genghis Khan. There's only one Khan, and it's Genghis Khan. The Persians, it's very generic. It's very, very generic. He has some details on the stone for the Sand people, but and the rugs, the Persian rugs also, but it fits the architecture and all, but it's really nothing special. It's very generic. It's gonna go with the other generic shit. I think it's C tier. Yeah. No, the generic is B. So I think it's worse. Yeah, it's worse than the Asian ones. Looks quite Moroccan. Well, it's the desert people, right? Persia is in Iran. Iran has a lot of desert. I think that's what they went for. These details are cool. These look quite nice. Yeah, but I don't know. It feels very generic. Poles. I don't know, and this is a funky looking castle. It's unique. Like there's no other castle that looks even remotely close to this, with the supports on the sides and the different tiers of walls. But I'm not a big fan of it. I think the bricks are they're too emphasized on it. It's all I can see is bricks and roof. I don't think the Polish castle is that good. It fits with the architecture quite well. It has a nice contrast to it, but I don't think it's a great castle. It feels wonky, like someone building a castle that doesn't know how to build castles. They ended up with a nice result, but you can clearly see that they have no experience building a castle. This tower here should not be here, and the inner walls just look weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Polish castle goes above the Ethiopian. Actually, it looks a lot, in my opinion, it looks a lot like the Armenian and Georgian, just a little bit better. It's better than the Ethiopian as well. It's C tier for me. The next one is Portuguese. I think this is S tier. Portuguese is S tier. As much as I don't like the Portuguese, this is an S tier castle. It is 100% based off the Torre de Belém. I'm gonna look up a picture here. Yeah, this one. It really looks like they took inspiration from this, the marble white looking tower that's on the beach, and made it into a castle. Like this is a proper S tier castle. Has a lot of their logo everywhere as well. It's very unique in shape and color and everything. I think it would be better looking in blue and red. Or purple. No. Yellow looks cool for it. Called orange. Orange is nice as well. But yeah, this is the Torre de Belém. It's their wonder. Yeah, it's very similar to the wonder. Actually, I didn't realize how cool how well detailed the wonder is. But it looks exactly the same, but it looks more fortified. I really like this one. It's like a little brother version of the wonder. This is an S tier castle for me. Wait. No doubts. And I think it's, yeah, this is on the same level as these top four here. Bohemians, Celts, Huns, and Portuguese. They're the most unique in my opinion. It's cool. Very, very cool. Next one is the Romans. This one, there's nothing special. But you can see it's Roman by the gates. Does it say castrum on the sign? Of course, George is gonna think it's F tier. I didn't know that their wonder is the Colosseum. I like it, but it's also nothing that special. I think it fits considering the Romans were like very, very far back in time, that they wouldn't have that much decoration on it. It really is a proper fort over a castle, which fits. I agree. It's the purpose of it. This one is nothing special, but it does what it's supposed to. It's a fort. I agree, the Byzantine one is better. But this one also ranks high. It does its job. I think it's going to be B tier, like the Bulgarian one. It's high B tier. I might downgrade the Malay. No, I'm going to leave them there. Alright, next one is Saracens. This is S tier. This castle here is just gorgeous. From the original castles, in my opinion, it's this and the Teuton. This is a beauty. It's so nice. Doesn't really fit their wonder, but yeah, this is a classic beauty. There's very few things in this game prettier than this castle. It's so cool. It's so simple, but it works so well. The ultimate castle, the castliest castle. I think this is gonna be the title of the video I posted. It's better. I think it's better than the Byzantine. And this is mainly nostalgia, but the Saracen castle is better than the Byzantine castle. I will repeat that. The Saracen castle is better than the Byzantine castle. Totally not trying to trigger people. Next one is the Sicilian. This is hideous. This is such an ugly castle. The Sicilian castle is so fucking ugly. It's like someone. It's like they had a castle and the castle got cerebral paralysis, and now it's just a bit crooked. It just walks weird and acts weird. There's nothing really special. There's nothing that reminds me of Sicily on this. Not that anything they added could remind me of Sicily, but this is just ugly. It's so wonky. Like this little thing here that just pops out, and the entrance is on the side, and this tower here. Like, who goes to this balcony? Like, you're getting sieged, and like, oh, I want to take some sun, and then you just go inside. You just go outside. Like, what is the point of this? What is the point? What is the point of this as well? This is F tier for me, 100%. Even when I played the Sicilian campaign, I built the first castle and I saw what it looked like, and I was like, I don't want to build castles anymore. I'm just gonna build dungeons. F tier. F tier and lower than the Incas. Ugly, ugly. You are ugly. Next one, the Slavs. This whole time I thought this was a Lithuanian castle. And they do have some wooden parts, so I can't complain about the cost being changed to wood. The details and the color details being with the pattern is also very cool. Let's see if I put yellow. Yeah, with yellow you can see a little bit better. It's a nice looking one. It's very, very strong looking. Yeah, I think this is an S tier. This is really what it feels like to look at a Eastern European castle, and it fits really well with the architecture. I like how the monastery is just a baby version of the wonder. That's a really cool wonder. Really, really cool wonder. Isn't this the church in Russia? The church in Russia that doesn't use any nails, like it was built without any nails. I know there's one that's like this. Just don't know if it's this one. The roof is really cool. I think this is like before they built the St. Petersburg cathedral with all the colorful ones. Great castle, not very Slavic, isn't it? I thought this would be very traditional in their style. I know the Lithuanian fortifications look a little bit like this. That's why I was a bit confused when I made the other video. Wait, before I need to put them on the list. This is an S tier. I think this is with the Japanese in uniqueness. Yeah. Spanish. This is really nice. Again, with the unique shapes and like this little walkaway here with the windows. This is a really nice castle. This entrance being at a different angle than the other ones. This is really, really pretty. I think they nailed this castle. I don't know if Spanish castles look like this, but this one looks really pretty. It really feels like a castle. It could be mistaken for an Italian one at first glance, or I don't know, Portuguese, because it's similar, but it's a really, really nice one. Although you can see and they actually put the logo, the Leon and Castile logo here, so they did something to make it a bit more unique from others. It feels very tropical seeing this. I like this one. This one is a pretty one. But it's not S tier. I think this is along. I think this is on the same level as the Italian one. It's nice. Actually, it's a bit better because it's a bit more unique with the entrance of it. What is next? Tatar. I like this, and I like for one simple reason. It's the blue dome, which is very, very traditional in in the Stans, but mainly in Uzbekistan. So I think this one, they nailed it with the dome, with the two domes. The mausoleum of Tamerlane in Uzbekistan has the same blue dome, well, obviously with a lot more detail. So I think they went for that as inspiration, and it works really well for the castle. The castle looks very well fortified as well, and this part here on top with more open space is also quite cool and unique. It's not as good as some of the others, as most of the others, but I think it works quite well. think this is A tier. George, you're so negative. Everything's F tier. It's better than the Magyar castle. Yeah, it's quite detailed. I like this part. The next one is the Teuton. This is A tier. It's solid. It's a solid castle. Everything about it is solid. It just works. It has two entrances, one with the drawbridge, so it's protected. Like you can't jump or try to remove the drawbridge from here. This is a really cool safety measure for the castle, and it just looks sturdy. It doesn't fit with the Aachen Cathedral here, but you know, it fits with the architecture set. It looks very Gothic. Not the civilization, I mean the building style. I think Teutons is A tier. And on this, I think it's just below the Hindustanis. Yeah, it's very Germanic. Next one is Turks. I am not the biggest fan of this. It's cool, but I don't know. I like that it's octagonal on the top. This is very unique. And the entrance is quite cool as well. With the arch and everything. I am very divided about this one, because it feels like it would be a very generic castle, but it's very unique as well, with the crescent moon everywhere, and being very visible. The crescent moon just makes it visible that it's the Turkish castle. Trying with different colors. Purple looks really nice on them. Gray as well. Well, orange. If only had a bombard on top. Yeah, I think this will look quite cool with cannons on it. Like on this tower here, and like one here pointed in each direction. But I feel like putting bombard towers on Age of Empires and on the architecture wouldn't really fit. I think it would look cool with the... What is the technology from the... Is it from the Turks? No, it's the Persians that has Citadel. Yeah. I like it. I like it, but I don't like it. I'm very divided on this one. I don't think it's gonna play slow in any way. It's... Yeah, I think it's below the Aztec and Britain castle. But it's a solid one. They took something that was supposed to be generic and made it just not enough to stand out a little bit. It's a decent one. The odd shapes, I think, add a lot to it. Okay, next. Vietnamese. That's another one that they made it super generic for the Asian ones. I think it's slightly better than the other options because of the shields, the skirmisher shields everywhere. George's gonna have a heart attack because I put the Turkish so high. I don't know about this. Like, it's a bit more unique than the other Far East Asian castles. It has the little dragons on top here, but it's so muddy, like you can barely see that they put dragons on it. You really have to pay attention to it to notice it. It's better than the other far Asian castles, but this is better. Slightly better. You have a good point. Every Asian castle so far reminded of Tiananmen Square. But yeah, this is better than the other three. Mongol, Korean, and Chinese. And then the final one. The Vikings. And I am a big fan of this one. I am a big fan of this castle. This here, with the longship on top, the longship frame, and this type of roof, this is so Viking. I don't know if you guys ever played Valheim, but this is exactly the type of stuff you build on Valheim. The same type of roof, the same type of wooden structure, the palisades, the shields on the walls. This is S tier. This has the same as the Celts and the wait, what was the other one that I put there? And the Huns. Like the moment you look at it, you know who it belongs to. Wait, if you put a red shield, put it red, I think it would look even more. Yeah, this is Denmark. This is exactly Denmark. If you look at a Danish castle, this looks exactly like it. This is so cool. I want to play. I have recorded already the speed run for Ragnar, but I want to do it again just to build castles. Wait, can you build castles? No, you can't. I'm gonna do York again. Just to place these everywhere. Looks like captured English castle when they invented. Yeah, it might actually be based off that. But also this entrance here with the two shields and the horns and everything, they nailed it. Proper Hall of the Vikings. Yes. Also, okay, if you guys ever have a chance to go to Norway, go and look at one of these churches, because there's plenty of them. They look incredible in person. It's the first version of IKEA. You get lost inside looking for coat hangers. That's their defenses. Also, I'm a big fan of this entrance here, below everything with the wooden doors. Yeah, this is S tier. I don't know if it's better than the Celt castle. It might not even be better than the Huns. I think it's like on the same level as the Huns. And that's it. We did the tier list. Honestly, it's very top heavy, the list I made, because I'm not listening to you guys. It's very top heavy. And by the way, I can actually post the link. Can I post the link? To share. I can't. Oh no, I can. Yeah. So if you guys, oh wait, I can't write on the chat on my own stream. Yeah, if you guys want to do the list, if you want to do your own list, go for it. And if you want to share also, I would appreciate. I liked seeing that. But yeah, this is the list. Bohemian for me is always going to be the best castle, unless they make something better in the future. I don't think anything can beat how pretty the Bohemian castle is. And also next year we have the Celts, Huns, Vikings, and those three are outstanding. Celts, Huns, and Vikings for me, they nailed completely on what they are. The Portuguese is also very cool, and I think it's very recognizable that it's them. And then the Saracens and Byzantines also, you know exactly who it is. The Japanese also, from the moment you look at it. The Slavs is very cool. The Slavs, Berbers, and Lithuanians is just because they're very, very cool. Do you feel like ranking the unique uses, like why when they reskin, or just add new one in the campaign, fortress included? Wait, what do you mean? Do you feel like ranking unique uses? Just add a new one in the campaign. You have to explain that a little bit better. I don't think I understand the question. Just a second. And then S tier we have the Spanish, which is also a very, very cool one. Italians, because it's Italians and I have to place them high. Hindustanis, Teutons, Tatars, Magyars, Britons, Aztecs, Turks, Burmese, and Malay. And B is the generic ones. Romans, Bulgarians, Franks, the prolapsed anus, Vietnamese, Mongols, Koreans, Chinese, Persians, and Malians. C, it's the ugly ones that still look like castles. Poles, Ethiopians, Georgians, Armenians, Dravidians, and Cumans. D is the stuff that's not a castle. It's Khmer, Goths, and Maya. And F is just the ugly ducklings. It's this should not be. They should not have passed any quality control. The Inca doesn't look like a castle. It just looks like a sad kid that sits in the back and gets bullied. The Sicilians is just butt ugly, and the Gurjaras and Bengalis is awful, awful. Like the Plenary Castle, actual. I can rank them. The unique the castle the campaign castles, but I don't have them edited already to put on the tier list. Where's the castle? Where's the Poenari? Rock Church, Sancho Stupa, Sinclair Madrasa. Whoa, that's a big building. Temple of Heaven, Tower of London. I think these three are the only ones, right? Minaret of Jan, Golgambas. Yeah, I think these are the ones. This is not Aachen Cathedral. Okay. I'm gonna start with the Poenari Castle because it takes my attention completely when it's here. This looks like a cartoon castle. It's like watching a Disney cartoon about Dracula. Looking at this castle, it's really cool. And if it looks like this in real life, it's a really cool castle. It looks very unique as well, but it looks too much cartoonish for me. It looks too cartoonish in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. It looks very cartoonish. Hogwarts Castle. yeah, it could pass by. If it wasn't white, it would look very much like Hogwarts Castle. I will put this in A tier for the uniqueness, but it would be S tier if it wasn't so cartoonish. Like this tower here, just like fuck you. Is Rapunzel gonna come out of here? Then the fortress. I never understood the point of the fortress. It's like they remade the British castle just for like a different reason, because they needed it to look a little bit different. It looks very short also. I don't. It's an ugly fortification. I think this would be D tier. I don't see the point of this. And the Tower of London, which was a castle, but then it turned into a prison. It's very loyal to like how it looks in real life. It really looks like this. But it's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's D tier as well. The only one that's passable from all of this is the Plenary Castle. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna bounce because I have some other stuff to do today. But this was fun. Wait, let me just pull up the tier list again. I'm gonna leave the tier list available until I edit it into into a video. The VOD available, so if anyone didn't catch the whole thing, you can watch it after. But yeah, this is the my opinion for the best for the castle models. I like most of them, to be fair. Even the ones I put them on B tier, and even some of the S tier, I think they fit really well with their civilization. I just, if I have to rank them, this is how I would put it. The only ones I would do from scratch is F and D tier. The rest is all passable. They might not be the best, but they're passable. D tier and F tier is just garbage. But yeah, this is it. Thank you all very much for joining me on this. I actually like doing this kind of tier list. I might do again for the new unique units. But yeah. All right, take care guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy